It only took damn near 36 years of living in this body to break the code, to figure out the puzzle. Um, and I'm only laughing because when you are going through seasons, when you're going through cycles, when you are experiencing trauma and mistreatment, it could be easy to get lost in the sauce. If you grew up in a toxic, dysfunctional, abusive, um, traumatic household, if you have experienced any form of jealousy or mistreatment, abuse from your parents or caregivers, whoever raised you, 9, 10 times out of 10, they did not like you. And they didn't like you because they struggled with self hate themselves. Anything that comes out is in. We have to understand that anything that comes out, anything that manifests outwardly, comes from a space, comes from a container, comes from something. Um, and just a disclaimer, if y'all hear stuff in the back, there is a park behind my house, and also my cat has the zoomies. She's really trying it on this beautiful Saturday morning, but I'm trying to let her live her best life. Um, but yes, back on trend, back on topic. It's easy for us to not consider these harsh, dark realities. Cause you saying, sis, like you saying, my parent who was abusive, my parent who was narcissistic, my parent who was toxic, my parent who treated me horribly did not like me. Look at the facts. Look at the facts. And I say all this to further say, if that is not healed, if that is not tended to, those wounds that are created at an early age, you will then go on to attract people, friends. Um, you will then go on to attract lovers that do not like you. And in this season of life, and just in general, um, I don't even know why I want to use this word. I would implore you to be with people who like you. I would implore you to fall in, well, rise in love with people who like you. I will recommend you to be with and in company with individuals who like you genuinely and on a soul level, because anything less than that is demonic. Um, Personal experience. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Self love is currency. If you are new to this channel and resonate with the title, anything in this message, go ahead and click that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so you are notified whenever I drop another video. To all of my returning subscribers, my day ones, my OGs, my real ones, thank you all so much for your continued support. All of the likes, all of the comments, all of the shares, all of the subscribes. I really do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart and soul. Let's run up all of the positive energy. Um excuse me. But yes, I'm truly appreciative. Yes, and I just do want to say this disclaimer. If you aren't liking but consuming, please like the video. Please share these messages so that it gets into the algorithm, so it reaches who it is intended to reach. Thanks so much. Without further ado, let's get back into today's message, which is episode 11 of our Reveal to Heal series, where the more that we reveal different aspects, different layers, different versions of ourselves, different experiences, different traumas, the more that we heal. Closed mouths don't get fed. The soul does not get fed. The soul does not grow and elevate if we keep things hidden. And this is not saying jump on a platform to share if you're not comfortable with that. This is just my means to do so. And I've been doing so for the past 10 years now on various social media platforms. Um, yes, reveal to heal or heal to reveal. The more that we heal, the more that we reveal layers of ourselves. How many revelations does it take to get to the center of you? The more that we reveal, the more that we heal and align with like minded people. So yes, without further ado, let's get back into today's message. Um, Episode 11, Narcissists Hate That You Are a Good or Kind Person. And back to my little, very theatrical, artistic story time. Um, and yes, all of these details are true. I don't get on any type of platform just lying. Um, but I was also gonna say, if it doesn't resonate, it's not for you. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Um, yes. So as a child, I would, and I'm even getting tongue tied now. What is it about me that he doesn't like? He, the man that posed as my father, that I found out at 18 was not. But I couldn't think of anything. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Scratching my head repeatedly. What am I doing wrong? Putting up with mistreatment and abuse and just very ill behaviors, we'll say. Like, what am I doing wrong to where I'm being treated like this? And sometimes we find ourselves in situations and we go inward, which is good. In this case, as a child, no, I was putting the blame on myself rather than seeing that the person who was supposed to raise me was not doing their job, was making a shit show of it, honestly. Um, but I know you all have heard the saying, like how people treat you is a reflection of them, not you. And I wish I'd known that, growing up. Over time, obviously I've come to realize that, but that would have been good advice back then. But you live and you learn. Narcissists hate that you are a good person. And I think that's what fueled um, the hate, the dislike for me, even jealousy. I know it sounds wild. Even more, some of us are born into karmic families, karmic situations. We are put there to learn a lesson, to break generational cycles. Um, so we're not even meant to stay in these family systems or situations for the rest of our lives. We are just there to be a catalyst for change, growth, evolution. Um, and I even see that now, and that makes me feel less guilty for going no contact with, family just due to pedophiles in the family and people not wanting to hold people accountable, sweeping abuse, mistreatment, toxic behavior under the rug. Can't deal. I would rather separate myself, and that's exactly what I did years ago. Um, but sometimes we don't understand at the time that we are born into a karmic family. We are there on contract. And if y'all haven't caught that video from way back when, I think it's called like Spiritual Contractor. I'll try to find it, drop it here. But yes, sent on spiritual assignment. Some of us are, but you don't, like I said, necessarily know that growing up. But enough of my rambling. Let's get back on topic here. Narcissists hate that you are a good slash kind person. And I know now that that's what it was. However, I was internalizing that sometimes we internalize other people's behaviors. We point the finger at us. We analyze ourselves instead of analyzing the person that we are receiving judgment, mistreatment, abuse from. You treat people well, yet you have boundaries. You are a naturally good person and don't seek pleasure or validation or attention by harming others. The light you carry shines bright because you are pure, authentic, and genuine. No one can convince me otherwise. Narcissistic, toxic, demonic, manipulative people hate that you're a genuinely good person. That's why they project hate, envy, jealousy, because they have to pretend to be good. Imagine being a good person and you are disliked, you are hated because you are good natured. But the people that are hating you because they aspire to be. They didn't already locked in whatever devilish soul contract they signed up for. Excuse me, and are pissed that you are living in the light. They're upset because they have to use energy, and I'm sorry about that. That was my mail coming in. They're upset because they have to use energy, resources, and time to appear good when you don't have to do this. Your being good is you being you. You being good is not a front, it's not a plot. You're good because that's who you are on a soul level. And it just comes out, it manifests as you being good, treating people well, doing community service, being well mannered, um, you caring for people. This is how you are naturally. And people who are not like that get pissed off because you exude this and you're not trying hard. Them, on the other hand, they have to switch masks. They have to put on their sheep attire, their sheep costume, because it's not how they move. Excuse me. You aren't doing tricks or performing for the likeness of others. Once they see you're a genuinely good person, they work to sabotage you by mistreating you, bullying you, abusing you in order to break you. And they want to break you down so that you react, which is reactive abuse. And this is um, known in, the narcissistic community. You keep poking the bear, and after a while, you might get a roar. The bear might react. And that's highlighted, not necessarily what led up to you reacting. That gets the most attention. You know why? Because it's out of your ordinary, it's out of your character, because they know you to be a good person, but yet they want you on their vibrational, energetic, spiritual level. That's why when you want to act the ass, baby, don't. Chestnut checkers. Granted, some situations are different. This is a case by case scenario. Some people need to be put in their place respectfully. But if you realize what's going on as far as demonic and low entity attachments, you're arguing with the demon. Mm-mm. just going about your business. They want you to crash out so they can pick up the phone and record you crashing out. So they can have physical proof or evidence to prove that you're not really a good person. So you got to know what's going on. You got to know the game and how to fucking play it. They want you to crash out and act a fool, act out, so they can pick up their phone and record you so they have proof, because you're not as good as you are pretending to be, because they think you're pretending because they are pretending. Projection. They want to prove that you're not really a good person when those moments of you acting out are episodic and primarily influenced by how you were being mistreated and abused, bullied, simply because their spirit rejects yours. They want to prove you are just like them, deceptive, manipulative, gossipy. I know that's not a word, but I wrote it, so to hell with it. You're not good because they aren't. And it's equally difficult for them to also believe that you could actually be a good person because they think everybody is like them. And that's another thing that I've had to learn over time. Everybody is not going to treat people um like you do. And then also the people who are manipulative, deceptive, um bullies, they think everybody else operates in the same manner. So when they do come across somebody who is good natured, who is pure, who is not looking to finesse people, um, they're damn near starstruck. Like, how does this even happen? I thought everybody had the same MO. This is beyond me. So in some instances, these are the type of situations where, and this is just the scenario I got, where the man will try to wife this type of woman up. But that's why you have to be discerning. Don't get finessed this way. Um, they learn through your consistent behaviors that you're not pretending, and they become confused, maybe even enraged. Some even find ways to play on and exploit your good nature. Good girl gone bad. She was a good girl until XYZ. He was a good person until that happened with old girl. They were doing so good in life until they came across whoever was low vibing, but um reflecting or mirroring your behaviors, because that's what happens as well. Since they aren't good natured, they are narcissistic, toxic, dysfunctional, demonic, deceptive. They're going to mirror to you who you are. So you fall in love with yourself. You're like, damn, they're just so perfect. And I know perfection does not exist, but y'all get where I'm going here. They're just everything. And that's because you're everything. They're reflecting to you, back to you, who you are. You don't know automatically off top that they're who they are because they mirror you to you and hide behind the mask. So you think at first they're in good order or decent until they get comfortable and that mask slips. That's crazy. The ultimate plot twist. They basically use your energy. They siphon your energy to get closer to you. Hey y'all, if you are still tuned into this message, thank you all so much for your continued support. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that like button and go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more content as such. And I will catch y'all on the next episode of this series. And also be sure to drop y'all comments down below so we can connect there. Peace.